When people first see the title of this book, they assume it's about becoming careless, about not caring, or about emotionally checking out. But after sitting with this book the whole of January, I realized that is not the message at all. So this book is not about caring less, it's about choosing what deserves your care, your energy, and your commitment. And that choice changes how you live. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This channel is a space for intentional living, growth, and honest reflections on how we navigate life. Early in this book, there is this idea that really frames everything else. The idea that we are facing a psychological epidemic where many people no longer think that it's okay for life to be difficult sometimes. We've been subtly taught that if things feel hard, if we are dissatisfied, if we are struggling, then there is something wrong with us. And when we believe that, we start to blame ourselves. So we start overcompensating, buying things we don't need, constantly chasing pleasure, avoiding discomfort instead of listening to it. But the problem is not that life has problems. The problem is expecting a life without them. One of the clearest things in this book is that everything worth having comes with difficulty. Strong relationships require uncomfortable conversations. Confidence comes with facing insecurity. Growth comes from facing failure. Trying to eliminate struggle doesn't remove suffering. It just replaces it with a different kind. Do not get it wrong. This book is not encouraging hardship for its own sake. It's just reminding us that struggle is the price of admission for a meaningful life. There is a story in this book about a musician that was kicked out of a band just when they were about to kick off. Dave Mustaine. From that disappointment, he went on to form his own band. He worked relentlessly, he became famous, and he sold millions of records. By most standards, he was successful. But here is what matters. He still didn't believe that he was successful. Because in his mind, success didn't mean growth or mastery or building something meaningful. To him, success meant being more successful than the band that rejected him. So even when he was winning, he felt like he was losing. His values were built on comparison, revenge, and validation. And those values kept him bitter for decades. This is one of the most important lessons in this book. You can achieve incredible things and still feel like a failure if you define your values by the wrong standards. When success is measured by outperforming someone else, peace is never possible. And this is not just about musicians or fame. We do this in our own lives. For example, sometimes after a breakup, we don't actually want healing. We want proof. We want to look happier, more successful, more moved on than the person who hurt us. But that means that we have defined our success based on them. So even when things improve, the bitterness stays because our values are still tied to comparison. So if you want to change how you experience your problems, you have to change what you value. Otherwise, you just upgrade the struggle. Another uncomfortable but honest idea in this book is entitlement. Not entitlement as arrogance, but entitlement as to the feeling that life should always feel good, that our pain should exempt us from responsibility, that our struggles or our problems are special. This mindset pulls our attention inward. It makes everything about me, my feelings, my experience. And when everything evolves around the self, meaning slowly disappears. Meaning comes from being connected to something larger than yourself. One other important concept in this book is the realization that whatever makes us happy today may or will not keep us happy tomorrow. Not because we are ungrateful, but because of how we are wired. Our biology adapts. What once felt exciting becomes normal. What once felt enough starts to feel insufficient. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. It's an endless chase. We tell ourselves things like, when I get the job, I'll be happy. When I finally get married, I'll be happy. When I buy the house, I'll be happy. When I finally reach this level, then I will rest. But the moment we arrive there, the goalpost moves. There is always something else. There is always a greater high. So this book makes an honest point. There is no permanent state of happiness. Happiness is not a destination, it is a process. So that's why we should not hope for a life without problems. There is no such thing. Instead, we should hope for a life with good problems worth solving, struggles that mean something. Because happiness doesn't come from avoiding problems, it comes from solving them. So literally, happiness is a constant work in progress, because solving problems is a constant work in progress. So if you think that there is a point where you are allowed to stop climbing, then you are missing it, because the joy is in the climb itself. The final chapter brings everything into perspective by reminding us of something we often avoid thinking about. We are all going to die. And strangely, that awareness doesn't make life meaningless, it makes it precious. When we acknowledge our mortality, trivial things lose their grip. What matters become clearer. Meaning comes from caring about something larger than ourselves. Contributing, building, loving, growing. That's where fulfillment comes from. Not constant pleasure, but purpose. For me, this book was not about caring less, it was about caring with intention. Choosing what to really give my attention to. Accepting that discomfort is not the enemy, it is part of the path. And that's how I'm closing January. Tomorrow, 1st of February, we begin a new book. One book, 1 month, one honest conversation. And thank you for staying right to the end. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. I hope you enjoy this episode. Do leave us a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so you do not miss out. I also want to hear your opinions about the book, and tell me what was your favorite take and if you are going to read this book. If you're following this series, I'll see you on the next one. This was episode 1 of our 2026 books. See you. Ciao.